Good evening. My report is on Colonial Arsenal in New London, Virginia. About 7 miles down the road, traveling west from the campus of Liberty University, is a sleepy little unincorporated town named New London. At first, the town looks like a little more than a collection of homes and trailer parks, but if you look closer, you would be very surprised by what you would find. Within the trailer parks and various homes, you come across histories dating all the way back to 1753. The first thing to point out is that New London has had a very busy past. The town was founded in 1753 as the county seat of Bedford County, Virginia. In 1754, the courthouse and the jail were erected. Mr. Calloway, William Calloway, donated 100 acres of land to the county in 1752 for the town of New London to be built on. New London was the home of the Continental Army and the Virginia Militia Armory. The armory was located on the northwestern section of the 100-acre plot for the town. It was utilized during the Revolutionary War and remained in town until it was consolidated at Harper's Ferry around 1812. Prior to and during the Revolutionary War, it was not uncommon to see American soldiers in town and in the surrounding areas. In 1753, no one in the newly formed town was even remotely thinking about revolution. But because of New London's central location in Bedford County, it was a natural place for the county militia to drill and assemble for war. The county militia participated in several frontier conflicts, including the French and Indian and Anglo-Cherokee Wars. During the early French and Indian War, the Cherokees were aligned with the British. That all changed when a series of misunderstandings and thefts led to a confrontation in 1758 between the Cherokee War Party and the colonists from Bedford County that left at least 5 Virginians and 30 Cherokee dead. This incident near New London exasperated the already tense relationship between the British and the Cherokees and set into motion events that led to the Anglo-Cherokee War. With the start of the Revolutionary War, the weapons and supplies manufactured in the arsenal were used to help support the campaigns of General Nathanael Greene in the South and Colonel George Rogers Clark in the Ohio River Valley. In his memoirs, British Lieutenant Colonel Banastre Tarleton claimed to have raided New London in search of the arsenal and the supplies that were stored there. However, according to Thomas Jefferson, Tarleton never made it to New London and stayed closer to Charlottesville. The New London Arsenal was operated by the state of Virginia until 1794, when Congress passed a law authorizing the War Department to erect 3 or 4 arsenals to supply and equip the Army. New London's existing state arsenal made it a natural choice for use as a federal arsenal. Shortly after its acquisition by the War Department, the New London Arsenal helped furnish the weapons and equipment used by the Army sent to suppress the Whiskey Rebellion in Pennsylvania in 1794. The arsenal only remained operational under federal control for a short time. In 1798, the War Department began the process of moving the arsenal to a new location with transfer of armorers' tools from New London to Harper's Ferry. After the means of production were moved, New London continued to be used for storage and the military equipment until at least 1812. After 1812, the building for the armory was used by the town for various things such as storage, offices, and later as a dance hall. It was demolished sometime after 1915. At the time of its demolition, the current inhabitants of New London were not aware of the building's colonial past and importance. Today, the armory is no longer around. Approximately 2 years ago, during shovel test pit grid search and further test unit digs, archaeological evidence has uncovered the basement of the armory. For future archaeology is necessary to discern the further knowledge concerning this piece of history. Current circumstances have made it a more detailed dig of the area difficult, if not impossible. The newly discovered armory location is half on land owned by Liberty University after the purchase of the Alum Springs Hotel, and half on private land. The owner of the private land currently has no desire or willingness to allow an archaeological dig to happen on his property. Even with this said, the Friends of New London, a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving historic New London, made up of local residents and members of Liberty University teachers, staff, as well as current and former students, is working diligently to gain future access to the site. New London has many different historically significant things to offer, not only from the colonial era, but pre-Civil War and beyond. With the split of Bedford County in 1782, New London recreated itself again and again, continuing to highlight itself from 1753 until today. If one chooses to visit New London, there is a wealth of knowledge and history just waiting to be discovered if you know where to look. Thank you.